first thing first, I'd like to examine you if I may, please.
Okay.
And then we will run some blood tests as well as ultrasound scan as a part of the assessment.
Okay.
All right. And then we will meet up to discuss where we go from there.
Okay. Back with Dr. Farooq. How are you, sir?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
We've got some results. I'm good. We've got some results for me then.
Yes. Remember we did the FibroScan last day?
Yeah, that was where I was lying on the bed. Yeah, I remember.
Yep. So the reason we wanted to do the FibroScan to look at two things precisely. A, we wanted to know the amount of fat in the liver.
Okay.
And if there is at all any damage. Right, so there are 4 stages of damage and there are 3 stages of fat. If you remember, we talked about this. Now, you do have, and I'm not going to lie, a significant amount of fat in your liver. And I think you're probably talking in the region of 45 to 50% of fat accumulation in the liver. But
40%.
But slightly concerning is the amount of fibrosis which in the later is damage, if you like, to the liver. We have 4 grades really, and by no means you're at the end level, but I'm afraid I could see some changes starting to happen already. Very early, we're at the level of 2, sort of early 2, but I think this is something that we need to bear in mind going forward.
Okay, that's a lot, like 40 to 50% of my liver is fat.
Yeah.
Wow, okay, and how would it get to that situation? Would it be like, obviously, the fatty foods and drinks, alcohol and that type of thing? Or?
So yes, diet and the lifestyle really has a lot to play in this. But as I said before, it isn't always about that. There's always some genetic component. And remember we talked about this study that they've done. And this is where I think more assessment needs to kick in, which why I've asked for these blood tests to be done when we asked for fasting, if you remember.
Yeah.
You would.
Yeah, I forgot to fast, I remember.
That's fine, it happens. Any questions around this FibroScan?
Yes. Obviously, it says here that you're telling me that we've caught it at an early stage.
We did.
So what can I do? Is it reversible, or am I stuck with this now for the rest of my life?
I think the first point really is if you and I don't do anything about it, it's very likely to progress further. Okay, and when it reaches to this stage, we're really not talking about 20 years. We're really talking single figures in terms of years before it can start travel to the level 4. And the more levels are up, the more closer you are to end-stage liver disease, needing definitive treatments and transplants, really. You're far off, by no means you're there. But what's very clear at this stage that we've got to do something about it.
And to reduce the fatty liver is obviously you need to lose weight, I imagine.
That's right. And manage the risk factors. If you look at the longitudinal studies, you would see that not many of our patients with fatty liver that die because of fatty liver, it's actually something else that comes and gets them, which is largely ischemic heart disease, stroke, or any other organ damage. So therefore, yes, you're absolutely right. It's managing the risk factors, which really is the most important thing here.
I can imagine it's a knock-on effect to other...
On other organs, indeed. It really is a part of the metabolic profile.
Wow. That's I didn't expect that result, to be honest. I mean, you know, like I like, you know, going out on the weekends and brunching and that type of thing, but I did not expect that result. That's quite a lot, like 40 to 50% of my liver is fat. It's a bit of an eye-opener, really, to be honest.
I really am sorry that we end up having this off straight discussion. I think we got it at the very right time. Let me put it this way.
Yeah.
We've got choices to make and we can reverse it.
You can reverse it, yeah. Okay, cool. So that's the fatty liver then.
Right. So shall we just discuss the other results?
Yeah. What have we got next? Give me some more good news.
Yes, of course. Right.